Well, welcome back to day 2, episode 2 of the NintenDadz podcast. I guess we're back rolling on a Thursday evening.
Yes, we are.
We're back after an actually insane Packers Cardinals ending.
Fantastic
Um,
game.
it like crazy ending, actual RNG ending. That's not at all what I thought was going to happen.
Not one bit.
I, I'm at a loss for words on that. I honestly am. Aaron Rodgers ended with 184 yards, 2 touchdowns. Um,
And AJ Green ended with a sold bag. So
AJ Green, I'm 99% sure that AJ Green was actually backside run blocking when Kyler Murray threw him that ball. That's what that looked like, if we're being real honest with each other.
yeah, I don't know what was going on there, but unfortunate loss. Cardinals. I
I
believe
actually,
I believe if AJ Green turns around for that ball, that's a touchdown. In my personal opinion, I mean he had positioning and everything. It was a perfect ball.
Hell,
He just
and
did
even
not
if
turn
it
around.
isn't, even if it isn't a fucking tutty, you can just kick a field goal and go to overtime.
Yeah,
Aaron Jones went 7 for 51, which is pretty weird.
I mean,
He did share with Robert Tanyan though.
even though the Cardinals did lose, I mean, their defense had a crazy goal line stand right there.
And probably if the Cardinals would have won that game, it would have been one of the best goal line stands in history. Like it was insane.
It's crazy.
Um, Weird, huh? Insane ending to that game. Well, we're back. It's episode 2. We've actually passed the pilot episode. It should be going up pretty soon, huh?
Yeah, very soon.
Should be going up here not too long as we speak anyway. Um, Today was pretty average. I mean, came home because normally like Thursday night games are actually useless. Like there was one where it was like the Texans and the Panthers. Like that's the worst NFL matchup to ever exist.
Yeah, it's pretty atrocious.
It was a good game tonight.
It was a
Um,
amazing game tonight. I think the Packers have officially put themselves solidified themselves back in my top five easily for sure. Because
sadly, sadly, yes, they have.
I was iffy about them because they hadn't really beat anybody and they lost horrendously to the Saints week one. But yeah, now they just beat the well, what was the last undefeated team in that league, no longer. But yeah, Packers are definitely not to
Man,
be messed with this year.
it's so weird to me, man. I was really hoping the Cardinals would win.
Yeah, I was rooting for
Thought
the
they were gonna pull
Cardinals.
it out, man.
What was that?
That was the fan saying it.
Stop touching it, man.
um, no, yeah. Well, all things considered, um, I definitely think that the Packers could even be in the top 3 conversation at this point.
That is
They
a
could they
possibility.
could be in
Do
the
you,
top 3.
the question? Do you still put the Cardinals at number one now? That's the real question.
I think they still are at number 1 just because of how dominant that they have been,
Yeah,
and the fact they only lost this game by a field goal.
which they shouldn't have even lost in the first place. But
No, they
yeah,
should not have lost in the first place, and you're right about that. But
yeah.
The Cardinals, they also went down with a few injuries tonight, and then they didn't
Wasn't
have
playing too
they didn't
much, but
they
also
didn't have J.J. Watt on the defense,
you also got to
and
remember
D
that.
Hop D Hop didn't play as much as he usually does, obviously.
Yeah, but you also have to remember that Green Bay also didn't have Devontae Adams, and I believe also Lazard. So you never really know.
I'm on Twitter right now. Someone said great run block by AJ Green though. That will pop up on film tomorrow.
Yeah.
Somebody said AJ Green had money on the Packers.
uh, I mean,
he actually was run blocking in the end zone. That's wild to me.
yeah. I don't know what he was thinking. They were out of timeouts too. It's not like they were gonna have time to spike the ball or anything.
Kyler Murray's in their is body slamming AJ Green right
uh,
now.
unfortunate loss for them. It really is. Hate to see it.
No, but all football aside, um, Nick, you gonna come join the dark side here in about 8 days or so to play a little bit of Vanguard or what?
Um, I, I, it's a possibility. I just have to see how much rage I will be induced from the new season of Apex Legends first.
Apex, what is it?
It's on November 2nd that
Couple
it comes out.
November, couple days, not too long from now. No,
I give
Apex will come
myself
first for
a
sure.
give myself a week of playing Apex before I go pretty insane.
Apex Legends is like that game that it never leaves you, never leaves your heart. Like so, when one game pisses you off, you'll go right back to it, but you hate it just enough. You hate it just enough to take breaks from it for like years at a time.
It's just one of those games that's so bad and so good at the same time.
It sucks so bad you just never want to stop playing it.
It's just crazy. I mean, I remember when we were playing not too long ago, playing ranked. I mean, we just couldn't take it anymore. We had to get off. So bad.
It,
Oh my
it was not good for the mental health.
It
No.
wasn't. I was.
My mental health was legitimately declining from playing ranked. Ranked on any video game gets annoying, but on Apex, I've played a lot of video games in my time, man. That shit had to be the worst ever.
Easily, easily the worst.
Um, no, but I feel like hopefully the camo grind on Vanguard is gonna be fun. Like I don't know what it was about the camo grind um on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 19. Somebody's breathing. I'm gonna pause this. Somebody's breathing really loud.
It's probably me.
I don't know. Somebody's nostril just whistled at me and it scared me. anyway, leave that in. Anyway,
I gotta
no
edit that out,
Vanguard.
man. Shout out to Flight.
No,
Oh, that's funny.
the camo grind should be decent. I mean, from what I've heard from Jeff, it's gonna be a lot of camos.
Yeah, I heard
Like
it's over was it over 1,000?
in total, is like 100 for each gun or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds like not fun at all. But there are probably a lot of it's probably a lot of small challenges and it's like incremental. Like jumps are pretty small probably, but
Yeah,
it
or
still does not sound like a
hopefully
wonderful time. I will say that
no.
much.
Like with Damascus, me and Nick can tell you, like Damascus was very angering, but it never really drove you away from the game. Like
Except
trying
for
to,
me, whenever I was getting the Damascus or
yeah, that's
gold, I
different.
guess for the javelin,
The
that was the
javelin,
only time that I was driven away for about a month or two.
the javelin probably made it hard for you to sleep at night. I genuinely think that.
100%.
Um, I don't know if you guys played any Destiny ever, or
No,
Bruh, no, don't
Really
even
I
start with
long.
that,
I
man.
was not
That's a
really.
good, decent game.
I was never
I'm just
really a Destiny
asking,
guy.
man.
I've never really got
I
into
never
it.
really played Destiny. Yeah, well, the thing is with me, I kind of tried to get into Destiny a little bit because King plays it. You know, every now and then. I got a buddy. Shout out to David, old DMAC. He plays it. He plays it religiously. He plays it like we play Apex, and Call of Duty and things like that. And he really wanted me to get into it, and I was trying. I legitimately was because I kind of wanted to play it, to see if I enjoyed it. Man, I tell you what though, I did not enjoy that game. It
Yeah,
was it was not enjoyable for me. I don't know if it was because there's so much content that I had just missed out on. Like I was going into this game how many years late, King?
About 5 or 6.
So that's an insane amount of content that I missed. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's kind of like I'm trying to go into a game that I know nothing about, and I have to catch up to people that we literally tried to go play their, what is it called? King, was it Crucible?
Yeah, Crucible, the PvP.
I've never heard of that.
Dude.
What is that about?
Crucible is pretty much, it's just the PvP. So on Destiny, there's like a campaign side,
Uh-huh.
and people that play Destiny think I sound stupid right now, but there's a campaign side, and then there's a PvP side. The PvP side of Destiny is like we're all nothing but sweats go and play that. Like that's what
Okay.
that's what the real sweats play. So after playing the campaign for a good amount of time, I don't know, maybe a week, I was like, I think let's go play PvP because that's kind of all I wanted to do. PvP games is my thing. You know, I mean that's what I like to do. It's what's fun to me. Campaign games, like I'll play Call of Duty's campaign, but I'm not gonna sit there and go from campaign like solo player game to solo player game. It's just not me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It just really like going into Crucible. The first game I played at Crucible instantly put me off of that game. I got hooked on so unbelievably hard. It made it like I felt so useless in the gaming community at that point.
Yeah, I was never really a big Destiny player. I played, I think it was, I played Destiny 2
I
by
think I played that
myself a
a
couple
long
times.
time ago.
I played a couple times by myself, and I didn't really understand what was going on or anything about the
So
game, so I kind of just
yes,
let it go.
Well, unlike
it's
you uncultured swines, I used to grind that game.
Big man over here.
Yep.
how. Let's be honest though, King. How good are you at PvP games
In Destiny, I was pretty good.
How?
outside of Destiny?
How?
Well,
How is
because
that? How is it not translated over to any other video game?
No,
okay, no.
zero, zero other games.
Playing Destiny is so much different than playing Apex because I can shoot you with shotgun once, melee you, you're dead. Apex, you have to unload half of the world's ammo reserves.
Just hit your shots
So
if you
what
don't have
King is
to.
saying, I was gonna say, what King is saying, he doesn't necessarily know how to hit shots.
I can hit the first one in melee.
He can do what?
I can hit the first shot in melee.
I doubt that.
That's literally that's all I did.
Well, instead of hitting your first shot in meleeing, hit your first shot and then hit the
I,
second and the third and the fourth,
I,
and
And then the
I also
third.
had godlike abilities. Like that game, you could go into like I don't know.
You're really gonna talk
So
about godlike abilities when talking about Apex? Are you serious? Wraith has a portal and she can go invisible.
literally, fucking Destiny, you can turn into the sun god himself and throw fiery swords.
That sounds interesting.
Yes, it's called Dawnbreaker, or no, Breaking. I don't know. It's been a minute.
Um, yeah. So any thoughts on the new Apex update from what you guys seen?
Apparently, I have a
I'm
new SMG
excited.
out.
It's not an LMG, I believe. It's actually a. It's more
I
like
said
the.
SMG.
Oh, I apologize. I heard LMG. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
It's called the car.
Yeah, and I don't know if you heard or not, but it can switch between light and heavy ammo,
That's not
and
fun for
it
anyone.
accepts both mags and both attachments.
That's gonna be so broken.
Yeah,
It's gonna be weird.
it's like switching. You know how with like the 30-30, if you get shatter caps, you can switch between that, like the fire
Yeah.
modes. It's the you like do the same thing. It just switches the ammo type though.
So can you also carry a heavy and a light magazine round? Like
I believe you can only have one on there.
oh, okay.
Like you choose which one you want. It'll just like I mean whichever one's higher, I assume, and then you just leave it on there and yeah,
Really excited for that.
I'm
Me too.
extremely excited. And the new legend might be my new
Big
Ash.
main.
Ash.
Might be my new main.
You gonna main Ash a little bit, buddy?
I might. She's kind of my character, you know. I did main Wraith for a little bit, and she seems similar, so seems like it could be my kind of character. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. No, I do think that I wonder statistically if Apex is actually increasing or decreasing in the amount of players. I think it's actually increasing.
I know for sure when the
Apex?
season 10 first came out, it was insanely high because all the big streamers were on. But since
Yeah,
then, I'm pretty sure it's slowed down a little bit.
I would assume so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's still. I'm looking at it right now. The last 30 days, it's averaged out about 126,000 people per day.
Yeah, it's still fucking insane. Never mind.
Yeah, the highest it
Well, that's good.
was in May. Yeah, May 2021. We were at 164,000. Actually, for average, it was higher in August 2021 at 169,000 average players.
He's good. No, I know, like, because we play paladins, but only 7,000 other people do. So, like,
Yeah,
at this point in time, like, no one fucking plays that game, even though like, it's pretty gas.
it is.
Um,
It's almost like I'm trying to think, Overwatch, but
it's
Derpier.
literally just Overwatch.
it's Overwatch, but you can't switch your characters, and you have to create your own loadout for the character to make them fit to your playstyle.
Yeah,
So, yeah, it's basically, I wouldn't say more advanced, but more in depth, maybe? Is
more
that the word I'm looking for? I don't know.
more detailed in terms of like
Each player.
character skill.
Yeah.
Because you
There.
could use a character one way and it'd be completely shit, and then get the right build for a character, like card wise, and the character be the best character in the game. It's really weird.
Yeah. It's definitely a interesting game to play. I will say that much.
Skill based matchmaking in this game, which I wish it was like this in Apex, it is non existent. Skill based matchmaking in this game is like it was in Black Ops 2. You load into a game, you either have the chance of getting Tifu in your lobby, or you could literally have the kid that got this game because his brother gave him the controller and he went to the PS store and just searched random games. Like there's no in between. There's no people
Yeah.
that you're gonna sit there and like.
I mean, what was it? I believe it was yesterday or the day before we played with this one guy. All of us were all around like level 30 on our like main person that we use.
Like
And
30, 40 right now.
yeah, and this one guy was level 302, I believe, on his, I guess,
328.
oh, sorry, 328 on his main. And as soon as we load into the game, he types in chat, starts talking trash to us, talking about like, how are you not level 100? Just go play team deathmatch, which is
He's
literally
basically
the
saying
worst game mode in that game. It's so
he's,
unbelievably boring, and he's complaining that we're not level 100. So our entire team, including because it was three of us in a random, I believe, and plus him. So we all of us just sat and spawn and did not move for the entire game.
no, he goes. We load into the game like the pre-loading screens where you pick your characters, and this guy we loaded. We're like freaking out because he's like a level 328 Maldamba. Maldamba's like a character that nobody plays, and we're freaking out. He's like, this guy's gonna be raw. He's gonna be insane. And immediately he goes, I hate playing with sub 100 level people. I'm inserting nerd glasses. Um, he's like saying like, I hate when I play with sub 100 people. They just go in, they die. It's hilarious to like. He's talking like he made this video game, and basically that no one is as good as he is, which is completely not true. So I immediately go, this guy's already talking shit. I go, watch this. This guy's not gonna have fun this game. So we go in, and I type in a chat. I'm like, you're not gonna like this game then, and I tell him not to move because we're four stacking. There's four of us. Believe it or not, King doesn't talk, but um, there's four of us when we play. So we're four stacking and we pick up a fifth. And I go, guys, just don't move. And we just didn't move out of spawn. And every time he left spawn, he would die immediately.
You talking about the Maldamba?
No, King, we're
Oh
talking about the.
my god.
That's actually crazy. There's no way he's been listening. There's no way that this guy's been listening to our conversation.
Oh, so useless.
Oh, we're talking about the Zen.
The Zen, dude.
Oh. Yeah, he was sad.
No shot.
Yeah. no chance. You just thought I was serious.
Oh my god, we're talking about the Maldamba, dude.
Oh,
That's actually insane.
sorry.
It's
I
not.
spaced
That's
out for
not
a
real. That
smooth
shit's
minute.
not real. That shit's not real.
Can't be,
It's so cold.
bro.
Like, is it cold to you, buddy, or is it cold outside?
Both.
No. By the way, yeah, he does have a genuine point here because we go out for practice today. When I leave in the morning, I hate Kansas right now. I hate it. The weather is almost as bad as like it's arguably worse than Texas because like Texas will change based on the day. Like one day it'll be 70 or one day it'll be 102 degrees and that night it'll be like 70. It's like the Sahara Desert. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Kansas, that shit will change within an hour. Dude, I went in class yesterday. Probably I don't know what time it was. What time was it? Was it let's see, 9 a.m. maybe? My first class is at 8 a.m., but this was about at 9 a.m. I walk into class. And we have to walk to class, obviously, so we get to see environment, nature,
Yeah.
things that predators on Apex don't normally see. And so we go in. I'm just talking shit because I suck at Apex and I'm not good enough to get to pred. But um, no, when I walk into class, it's a smooth what is it, 80 degrees. This is before it got really cold. And you know, I walk back out and it's actually 97 when I walk back out of class after an hour class.
17
70
degrees.
degrees. It went from like being a nice day to being a humid, just utter waste of a morning, honestly. So and it's like in Texas, it's like, yeah, it'll be cold one day and hot the next or whatever.
Yeah,
This shit changes within hours. It's so bad.
it is. I mean, I don't even know. Like down here in College Station, it's pretty bad too. I mean, I walk out of class, it's like, or I go into class at it's like 70 something in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Get out of class, it's high 80s. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you the way that you are? Like, relax, dude.
What are you doing?
What are you trying to prove?
Are you a real fucking person talking to me right now?
Like just today, the low was 55 and the high was 77.
Literally, we're gonna wake up tomorrow. The high is gonna be 172. The low is gonna be negative 30.
It's just it doesn't make sense. Why
I
is
don't
the
know. I'm
weather
just
so bad?
You're living in Texas for 18 years. You kind of like you get used to the weather. You complain about it, yada yada. People all over Twitter are like, weather in Texas blows, blah blah. And you can agree with that. It definitely does because we all lived in Texas.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you from the perspective of 18 years living in Dallas and now living in Kansas for a little bit.
But clear your mic, bro. It sounds like you're just sputtering.
Clear my mic. What does that mean? Was it that bad, guys? You should have told me something.
I didn't hear anything.
It progressively
it's
got
me.
worse.
Yeah. But now it's better.
Is it better now?
It is.
Yeah.
It almost sounded like if you had like an aux plugged in, it's not plugged in all the way. That's what it sounded like.
Oh.
How long was it that happening for?
It was like fine for a little bit, and then it started going into it. It's probably like for like maybe 10 seconds it started because it wasn't bad at first, and then it just got worse and worse.
Alrighty. Well, I'm not sure why that was like that.
Hold on.
King did tell me to clear my mic, whatever that means.
As you can tell, he gives the best call outs in game history. So
His comms are insane. So let me know next time you need me to clear my mic, buddy.
Today's weather was making me upset.
Today's weather was making actually a lot of people upset.
No, literally because it was 60 degrees, but it was blowing wind. So it was cold, but just cold enough to make you angry at the world.
Blowing wind.
Steven?
Blowing wind.
It's interesting. Interesting. Very interesting.
I don't know what I was even talking about before my mic had to be cleared.
Something about the weather, I think. Or am I mistaken?
Oh yeah, no. So living where I lived and living where I live now, I can give both perspective. I honestly think that Kansas weather so far might be worse.
Really?
Because in Texas, you don't think like, oh, it doesn't get as hot up there as it does here. It did. It actually did. It
honestly
felt hotter,
surprising.
I think. It felt hotter, I think, because it was pretty much just blowing hot air. It's windier in Kansas. It was pretty much just blowing hot air.
Nice. So the wind doesn't even help. It's just a hot wind.
It's
No,
like
it
on
makes
a
it worse.
it was on a like a mean 100-degree day. You get in your truck to go for some AC, and it kind of just it pretty much blows heater oven air at you.
Yeah.
That's
Heater of an
actually
air.
it's actually what it was.
Steve,
It's weird.
Steven is just trying to catch people lacking.
I'm
He
sorry.
dealt with some
He's
oven
a-
heater air.
Actual menace to society today. It's crazy.
I apologize.
The guy stutters one time and it's game over.
Oh god.
Literally, it's like you should never exist again or something. I don't know.
You know me.
You know me. He was literally dog with the mask on. Every time Nick laughs, it actually sounds like he's talking through a toaster.
Is it actually that bad?
I don't know. It's really weird. When you laugh, dude, all I hear is
Hey, Plug, invite me to Paladins, man.
no
Never
shot.
mind.
I hear much. Oh, look at that. Out of the 7,000 people on Paladins, I'm the only one on.
Interesting.
No, I'm just kidding. Steven's like, no way.
No way, are you serious?
um, I'm not sure if this is just me or if this is like a general thing, but I find it normal to go into a public bathroom and to obviously use the bathroom and to wash my hands before I leave. That's just me. Now, people in freshman dorms, I don't know if this is something that they don't really have time for anymore, but man,
They
like
just don't wash their hands?
I'll be at a urinal using the bathroom like a normal human, okay? I'll like walk in, like, and there'll be a guy that's just getting done, he's about to go wash his hands.
Mm-hmm.
When I first got here, the first couple happened, I'm like, okay, but I go up to the urinal and I'm using the bathroom. Guy just walks out, just walks out. Dude didn't even flush he didn't even flush the urinal, bro. Like,
Disrespectful.
you can't have 30
Bunch of
seconds.
animals.
Like, that's just me though. I'm washing my hands after I go pee. I don't know about you guys.
I think the silence says that neither
I
one
was
of
about to
them.
say awkward silence, man.
Neither one
Yo,
of
I
them
think
washed their
y'all are
hands.
dude. What just happened? I was expecting y'all to be like,
I,
"Nah, I wash my hands." No one said a word.
I didn't.
Well,
I
Plug, you
didn't.
live with me, so
I didn't think that I had to give a response. I thought it was just a given fact that I wash my hands.
You just gave the public the idea that you don't wash your hands. Actually,
I definitely wash my hands for sure.
this is why COVID happened, man. Saddening.
Actually, exactly why COVID happened.
Because people don't.
Yeah, all that weird shit about a bat and
Yeah, no, the bat didn't wash his hands. That's pretty much what it sums up to.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started, man. Like, there's so many opinions and conspiracies about that thing, man.
There's so many conspiracies and opinions about everything to exist.
Don't give your opinion though, buddy.
No.
Not a lot.
We don't talk about opinions here. We talk
I
facts
thought
only,
everybody's
baby.
opinions mattered.
We talk facts and freezing cold takes, baby. That's all we're.
That's it. No opinions ever.
Never.
The things that come out of our mouth is either facts or facts. There's no way around it. Everything is true.
No, literally talking. And my factual assumption.
What?
What?
All right.
Doesn't even make sense. I'm confused now.
Would you rather me say in my opinion?
I don't know if you know what you're talking about, buddy.
I don't think you
Oh,
do.
not. I'm gonna just stop.
He goes, probably not.
Usually doesn't. Usually just
Regular occurrence with
Bro,
King.
Usually just talks to
Roger-
hear his voice.
Roger Goodell, for those of you who don't know, is the NFL commissioner. Roger Goodell made nearly $128 million via salary, bonuses, and benefits over 2 years.
That's just a lot of money that I don't think he deserves. What does he even do? I don't. Basically,
He gets booed, dude. That's all he does.
he gets booed and then implements the no taunting rule, which is not fun and pointless.
Absolutely. Just no. Hate it.
Literally, probably one of the worst NFL rules to come out in a very long time.
I don't understand. Like taunting should be allowed, celebrating should be allowed. I think that everything in between should be allowed.
It's not
I
even
think
that
it would just
they're
make
flagging just taunting. They're flagging basic celebrations because it's near an opposing player, and it's just makes the game not fun to watch. 'Cause
I
they
It
can't even
might
know.
it might
celebrate
hurt
plays.
somebody's feelings.
Like players can't
But
even celebrate their good plays anymore.
that's it's actually crazy because there was that one like for example when Tyreek Hill gave the peace sign to what's his name on the Bucks, and
Andrew
then
Winfield.
he went and did it back.
Yeah.
Just things like that
That
makes
that
games cool and
but
fun,
like
interesting.
if he did that in today's NFL, that man would be sentenced to life in prison. Like
So I saw a tweet earlier. It was like in the 1950s or 60s, may have been 70s, maybe I don't know, but
maybe
it
in the
was like
80s.
this. Maybe it could have been the future. No, it was like this dude celebrating after he scored a touchdown, and the caption was, "This guy would literally have life in prison if he did this in today's NFL." And it was him throwing a ball at the dude's helmet behind him that he just caught the ball on.
That's so,
He
I
would
wish
be
people would do
100.
that in the NFL today. That would be so fun to
He actually
watch.
just scored, turned around, and chunked a bullet at this guy's back of his cranium. And they just a brawl broke out, and not a single cloth was thrown, not
Yeah.
one.
In the NFL today, that man would be tried for attempted murder
They would
without.
actually give him the death penalty,
That's
1st-degree murder, and life in prison.
that's actually so crazy.
No chance at bail.
To bail him out, you might would have had to give.
You really had to give the equivalent of Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and Bill Gates' net worth combined. That man would be on the top of every single world leader's FBI most wanted list.
They
Like,
had, they had all the 3-letter agencies going out there to find this guy.
yeah.
You just catch him on film running off the camera, like taking his stuff off immediately and trying to run.
He has to go into witness protection.
Oh no, there's no witness protection. He's actually being hunted by the police too.
He makes his own.
Makes his own police force. What is this conversation? Nick, I'm gonna ask you a question here, buddy. What was the most surprising thing that you found out when you were young? Like you for a long time you just thought something and it turned out to be different.
I mean, I have to say a big one is that Santa's not real.
Santa is real, Bozo. Come on.
All right. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think here. I honestly don't
Just
know.
pause for 1 second. That was a very valid one, but Santa is real, so
Obviously, I honestly don't know.
second biggest at least.
You know, honestly, I don't know. I really don't. I can't really think of anything right now.
Steven, what about you?
What was your question again?
Man.
I was listening. I just
What's the most surprising thing that you found out when you were younger? Like, so something that you believed in, like fully, then you found out that it was to be something different.
I'm not gonna lie.
one thing that
I just
what was
got.
weird. I don't know why, but when I was younger, I absolutely believed nothing bad would ever happen to me ever. Like
Like you were kind of invincible, right?
yeah, like I walked around
Ah,
like I was nothing in the world could touch me. I'm gonna smooth sail until I die. Nothing bad ever happens.
that sounds
Boy,
extremely like arrogant.
boy, let me tell you, was I wrong? But I mean, you have to think I was a child. I didn't
Well, that's
even know
exactly I
what.
was about to say. That's where I was going to go with that. I was like, but when you're a child, you're so naive that you just think like, I thought the same way. That's so relatable because I've actually thought that too.
Yeah.
You took that somewhere where I wasn't expecting you to.
I mean, I found out one for me
What would that be?
that wrestling was fake.
That was a
Man,
big
that's
one.
a big
That
one.
was a punch in the gut.
That broke my soul, dude.
That's a big one. I mean, because it wasn't long before I found out. Because I had this buddy's name Chris. His name's Chris. Shout out to Chris. Um, I
Hey,
actually
Chris, 3 times the same sentence.
Chris. He actually see Steven, I don't understand why you're coming for me, man.
I'm sorry.
telling you, man.
Coming for
He's
everybody
just
tonight.
trying to catch somebody lacking.
Chris 3 times? Come on, man. Come on, man. No, so like he had a big brother that was he was ultimately realistic with us, put it that way. You know how
Didn't
big
ever
brothers
let
are
you have
back
fun.
back in our day. It was fun for them to ruin fun for us. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yep.
put it that way.
You're ruining it. All right.
Freezing cold. Freezing cold.
It's actually so crazy how he hasn't said a word until the silence. He broke that silence with an Antarctic take. Like, it's actually crazy.
He didn't even
Wow.
say it right either. He just said, "You're ruining it.
You ruin it.
You ruined it."
Man, that was so good. I forgot where I was at.
We're talking
I
about
did too, dude. I have no idea.
Chris's older brother just being ultra realistic with y'all.
Yeah, yeah. And he was like, y'all know that's fake, right? And the only guy that I knew that was like John Cena or whatever. And so I was like, what do you mean it's fake? No, it's not. Chris was like, yeah, you're tripping. That's not fake. And he Googled it and showed us, and we were like, wow, that's crazy. I was never really a fan. It was just kind of like, hey, this is cool.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I was a diehard fan.
I used
I
to
know you
watch it
were.
every Monday night. Monday Night Raw was my shit.
Monday
man.
Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown, dude. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I was in the living room taking the controller from mom or dad, and it was my turn. And I was gonna watch WWE.
Actually, it's crazy because it was called Friday Night SmackDown, and we didn't think that shit was fake. Like, it's
It-
actually crazy.
I mean, it was just insanely good. I loved it every second.
It was so good. Yeah, you just wanted it to be real, and that's crazy that you say that. That's actually insane. King, what would be yours?
I didn't know that like outside of the U.S., other people have problems. Like I thought from
That's actually that could be.
because like from history books that we read like in elementary, I thought we were the only ones who like struggled in becoming a country.
But I think I kind of understand what you're saying because like when you're in school,
You-
You only learn about the
At
U.S.
it's just you. Like
at
you're only
least-
worried about when you're young. You're only worried about you and where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to find out that there are other people that have other problems across the ocean was actually mind numbing to
Yeah,
me.
and it also doesn't help that school in America, you just learn about America only. You don't learn about other cultures, I guess, or
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
parts of the
Like,
world
for the
as much as you
longest?
should.
I thought Europe was like worse than Germany. Wow.
Wow, can't believe you just said that.
It's actually crazy what just came out of your mouth.
Like, I mean, that is a frozen take for sure. That's
Yeah,
that's like
dude just
that's a
froze
that's
to
a
death.
that's a
That's
Plu-
Sub-Zero right there.
that's Pluto. He's like out in Pluto, giving takes to aliens or something good.
It's actually like
Like I don't know.
Okay,
what he's doing.
rephrase. I meant to say like Great Britain was. I thought they were the worst.
That's just very American of you.
very United States review, buddy.
Very, very much.
Um,
God bless.
wow, that's great. That's good stuff.
God bless America.
Uh, um,
Wow. I mean, what a take.
what a take, man. Things had some pretty good takes this fucking episode. For me, I'm gonna go with a less serious one to start off with. For me, the big one was Barks root beer. Until I was about 16 years of age, and I'm not kidding about this. I'm not this stupid. Just hear me out, okay? I thought that it was Bang's root beer instead of Barks.
Wow.
I couldn't read cursive, I guess.
I mean, I basically cannot read cursive still to this day. I mean,
Who you telling?
Hey, they stopped
It's-
teaching us in elementary school. Is all I'm saying.
I got
They stopped
taught.
teaching it at third
I
grade.
I got taught how to read cursive back when I was in kindergarten, dude. Like that was what I was learning,
Yes, exactly. Me too.
and never
And then
learned it again.
yeah,
One,
they actually stopped teaching that
it was
shit
it
for
was
no
it was
reason.
like one lesson plan, and then it was going out the window. Like never have to learn about it again because I guess nobody writes in cursive anymore.
Yeah, for whatever reason. But that's just crazy to me for how 16 years, it's just never been an issue that's popped into my head to ask any. I say 16 like I'm 16, but for those 16 years,
Yeah, that's
it
true.
was wild because I love root beer. I was going up to Fountain to get my fountain drinks in restaurants all the time, thinking, "Oh, let me get some Bangs root beer."
No shot.
Wrong.
Barks. It's actually Barks.
I mean, I was never really a big root beer guy anyway. I was more of a whole Sprite, Sierra Mist, 7 Up kind of guy. You know what I mean?
I understand. I'm both actually. I'm a big fan of like I don't drink as much soda as I used to. Just now that I'm getting back right for next season, but
Yeah.
like I have a soda every now and then, when I go out. But it's like so I'm a soda
King
connoisseur.
puts
Love that
down
shit.
10 Dr.
Yeah.
Peppers a night.
Oh
King,
yeah, I'm the
King
heaviest
is a
Dr Pepper fan.
King drinks Dr Pepper for breakfast still. By the way,
you actually is that serious?
Really?
no, he actually will go into the calf get a mean ass cup of Dr Pepper with no
Oh
ice in
my
it. By the way,
goodness. I mean,
Dude, I couldn't do that. Back when I was at Cisco, man, I went like 7 straight months of having just water.
that's
Dude,
crazy.
I don't know how I'm not like
I
morbidly
think
obese.
I think you
might
Because
might
you
have a
work out.
you might have a problem, honestly. I think you might be addicted to Dr. Pepper.
No, literally, because when I would get Whataburger every day, have that large 42-ounce Dr Pepper.
We've been on this call for about what 30 minutes, 40 minutes or so, and or not just this call, but just throughout the whole night, you've already asked for Dr. Pepper at least 5 times. I've heard.
and then I
No,
told you
I
that we were out all 5 times, and you still didn't understand that we do not have Dr Pepper in stock right now, dude.
We're
I know it's
sold out,
upsetting.
dude.
We like it's like the
That's
opposite of the Kansas game where they had to ask fans to come in for free type stuff.
That's upsetting. Oh, there's still Dr Pepper in here.
Did he just
What?
find old Dr. Pepper? Because that might be one of the most.
He actually just did, and it has a straw in it. King's let me give you some information about King. King's the type of guy that will get a drink in a cup with no ice, and he'll also drink a soda can through a straw.
I am what you call a little menace.
He's an black Air Force energy kind of like all the time.
Literally, he has never once in his life said "save the turtles." He does not care.
No, hey, King's actually one of those guys that he gets like a dump truck full of like plastic straws and
Dumps them.
starts throwing them into the ocean one by one.
That's his.
Okay, okay. Can you tell them I'm not that before they like not like me? They're like, bro, this guy's terrible.
It's not that bad, but he does drink soda from a can with a straw. So
Technically, he is. Um, I think that the Barks root beer thing's pretty funny, but um, I also who just smacked their lips?
Oh, that was me.
I
Sorry.
That
heard
was
that shit.
so
I heard
loud.
that shit.
You know my lips are voluptuous.
The people next door heard that, dude.
I think I heard it all the way over here.
Hey, Nick is actually in Texas, and he heard that shit. Um, I think beside the Barks thing, I think that I'm trying to think. I just had one in my head that was like actually crazy. Uh, man, does anybody else have another one while I think about what mine was?
I do not, but I
Hmm.
will ask, who is your favorite wrestler?
Who was my favorite wrestler?
Yeah,
I would have to say Rey Mysterio.
Really?
such a banger.
Yeah,
He was a banger for sure.
that was my favorite. I used to like. I don't know if it was because, like I said, I was never really a true fan. It wasn't like I just was waiting for Friday night SmackDown to come on or anything. But it was kind of like I just found it cool, and Rey Mysterio was just a cool ass like thing to me. And
I don't know why. I never really like had a favorite wrestler, dude. I was just a fan of the entire thing.
Yeah,
But
I kind of wish
wh-
I was a fan, you know, because
whenever I was like top notch at my like being my biggest fan is whenever it was like Undertaker and Triple H and WrestleMania type crap.
Yeah. I mean, I have to say that my favorite by far was Undertaker.
That's crazy. I
Just
never watched wrestling.
You missed out, man.
that's why you are the way that you are.
Yeah, I used to watch National Geographic and the History Channel in my free time.
That makes sense.
Like, actually, I can tell you anything about animals.
King eats black licorice for fun.
No!
No, like if you didn't get the kind of like person that King was, his childhood consisted of him watching National Geographic while eating his cereal in the mornings.
Without milk.
Not cartoons before third grade, no, but but his King simply sat down and watched How It's Made every morning.
I'm not gonna lie though,
No,
How
no,
It's
no,
Made
no,
was nice.
no. No, Nick, let me talk. Every day before daycare, I watched Zaboomafoo and The Mysteries of the Universe.
That was in
Before
guy was in
daycare?
guy was in daycare last year, dude.
Dude is still in daycare. He's in college. That's insane.
I miss Omar.
All right, let's now, now that we missed that guy. No, to be honest, he called me today actually.
Did he really?
Yeah, he called me. We were in the gym. We were in the gym earlier. Just getting a little try workout in, and he called me up and he was like, "I miss you, man." I was like, "Oh, I miss you too, buddy." I was like, "When I come home, I'm gonna come and see everybody or whatever." And he was just talking to me, and chilling. He does play me an 8 ball. He's not the best at 8 ball, but man, does he love that 8 ball, man?
Omar was one of my favorites, man. Funny guy. Very funny.
Very funny.
I definitely think that he has a better attitude about
His
just life
situation.
and life in general, man, than people that are more fortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally.
Omar was. I don't want to say what he actually has because I'm not sure. I don't want to misspeak, but pretty much has a wheelchair,
He's wheelchair bound.
and he actually can stand. He just needs a little bit of help.
I don't think we were ever told like what exactly he had.
He never told us because we never really asked. He was kind of like we didn't even
Yeah,
we didn't even see that.
that's not really
He was
something you
yeah,
ask.
and he was just kind of like a normal. He was just a normal dude
Yeah,
with just
Yeah.
that he was just in a wheelchair. But
he's not because he's not.
hilarious.
Yeah, we don't think of him as anything different than just one of the bros because he talks more shit than I do.
Literally,
He was
He
a
just
big
also does,
shit talker,
he
man.
does a
he
lot more hard
loved.
work than any other like
He was
normal
actually
person.
making bank in woodshop was the
Yeah.
crazy part.
He made cutting boards in wood shop and he sold them. He made quite a bit of money, honestly.
He
For
made like $300 in like a
But
week.
like I don't know because Omar, I went to school with him since since like first grade, second grade type stuff. That's how I know him, and he man he's we just see him as another one of the bros because man he definitely talks more shit than people do when you're playing in football, man. It's crazy.
I remember the first time I met him, we were doing our like program with the football team and all the other kids, and I went up to him. Everybody was around him and chilling. I walked up to him. He just started roasting me for no reason. I'm like, bro, what is wrong with you?
No,
Like,
yeah,
chill out.
I walk up to him on a normal Tuesday morning. Like, what's up, Omar? Shut up, you ugly bitch. I'm like, damn, bro.
uh, it is. What a guy, honestly.
I always try to play victim and shit. Like, he'd be like, shut up. And I'd be like, no, you shut up. And Phil Walker would be like, hey. Like, fuck, he did it first, man. No, he's the best for sure. I'm glad he called me. Got to catch up with him.
Yeah.
Um, I will say that I know that he is actually trying to because he's doing PT
Mhm.
because he wants to stand by himself, like really easily.
Yeah.
And I think that I think he can. Like, because I helped him stand up one time,
Yeah.
and he was pretty, independent with it. I think he can do it. He's worked really hard. I'm just so proud of him because I've known him pretty much my whole life.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that kid.
I remember one time we were in woodshop during one of our testing days as a holding room, and we went over to his classroom and like helped him switch from like a normal wheelchair to his like pimped out electric one. And yeah, he was standing up on his own for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
That wheelchair is nice
Oh,
though.
those. Oh,
That
dude,
that wheelchair was so high tech.
he said it was like 40 grand, and I still don't believe. I never Googled it,
Yeah.
but $40,000 for dude. That
I mean
I
that's
don't know.
it goes up, down, backwards and forwards, up and side down. I don't even know. It probably is a spaceship, honestly. I I mean, the thing is insane.
I think
He
it's
has
definitely a
brakes.
rocket.
He has a horn.
He'd always want to race me in middle school. He'd always want to race me to class, and like I was like, dude, man, you're burning me. I can't keep up with you, man. Like that thing definitely goes like 30 miles an hour.
It's yeah, it's actually surprising. He puts that thing in sport mode.
No, I
You
remember when
just
Puckett
zoom
used
in.
to just jump on the back and tell Omar just to floor it.
Because he'd always come up to me and he'd be like, hey, get on the back so we can go drift. And I'd be like,
Because
this
the wood
guy's
shop floor would be real slick, covered in like
this guy's a
sawdust and everything.
yeah, this guy's a maniac, bro. He's like, hey, hop on. I'm like, dude, I'm like, I just finished my quiz. Like, no, hop on. We're gonna go drift. I'm like, all right. I love him, man. He's definitely really down to earth.
Yeah,
Talks a lot of shit, but he's down to earth.
yeah.
Um, I would say, Steven, I got a question for you.
I have an answer.
This guy.
What would be like? Say, just don't actually go look. But if I were to go into your fridge right now, what would be the weirdest thing that I would find in your fridge?
Ooh,
He just got up to go
man.
look.
No, I didn't. I don't know because it's my sister, man. She's been on a diet for a long time. She gets all this weird food and shit.
Keto grapes.
No, that's a thing.
Is
No.
that a thing? Oh, okay.
I was like, that's kind of.
Actually, sounded real. I don't know why.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. It's
I would have to say like cauliflower pizza.
Okay, yeah, I thought worse.
My mom does stuff like that, so it's not actually weird to me.
What would be, what would be really sad?
What?
You just, you get done. Say you went. This is random, but say you went to go play your crosstown rivals in a Friday Night Lights game,
Yeah.
and
Oh God.
you happen to lose. You have a bad game.
Mhm.
You had a bad game. It happens to the best of us. And you go home and didn't feel like stopping on your way home to get food because you're beat. You
Yeah.
get home and your mom texts you before you get home. She said, "I made dinner." You're like, "Yes, I don't have to stop." Blah blah. Blah. You open that door, you look in the kitchen. There's a crock pot.
Oh, soul crushed.
I just go straight to sleep.
Straight upstairs and
I'm.
went to bed.
I mean, I couldn't. I wouldn't break down in tears, man. I wouldn't be able to handle it.
Like
I probably yell at her.
my mom is actually a chef, and so to see not actually a chef. I don't want to say that.
She could just whip it up.
Oh, dude, it's like crazy good. And so it's like sometimes you'd be like, man, she's gonna cook me like 5-course meal. Crockpot spaghetti.
Oh my god.
Oh no, we're having ravioli for dinner. What?
Tears.
He said, "Right."
Tears.
Like hamburger.
Hamburger helper.
You can only have hamburger helper so many times before it starts to begin like getting kind of annoying. Like your alarm clock that goes off in the mornings.
Yeah.
The thought of hearing fucking like
Default iPhone alarm.
yeah, not the funny ones or the good ones, but the one that goes.
It
It
just
What
hurts.
was
It hurts the
What
soul,
would-
man.
Everybody's mom had the go-to meal that they would cook when they didn't feel like cooking. What was it?
Chicken strips.
Valid.
Valid, very valid, honestly.
Because literally, my mom used to do the basic generic. She would get her batter, throw them in there, drop them in oil, and pull them out.
Dude, for me, fucking spaghetti.
That was different. I was
Yeah.
picky. My mom didn't. My mom knew not to make me spaghetti, or else I
King
would.
actually,
No,
King
no, no,
actually
no,
eats
we
double.
all-
King eats double cheeseburgers at Mexican restaurants.
King is one of the like pickiest eaters I've ever
Do you
known.
really do that?
But he eats a lot of
Yes.
food.
Well,
No
no.
way.
Okay, no. Okay, no. I will go to a Mexican restaurant and get Mexican food, but if I don't know, say like I can't pronounce the food, I'm gonna stick with what I know best: a cheeseburger.
It's crazy. It's actually so crazy.
No, because Punky can tell you this happened. I got some stuff that I didn't like and a bowl of soup. Didn't even know what was in it. When I could have gotten a cheeseburger.
No, listen,
He
we're
was
at the
so sad.
we're at the restaurant, dude, and I'm clowning him because he always gets like a cheeseburger. I used to do the same thing. My dad used to clown me for that shit, and
Yeah.
so I go. We're at this restaurant. He's like, I'm gonna get a cheeseburger, and I'm like, you cannot be serious, bro. You did this 2 days in a row, like just last week. Like, just venture out and try something. Gets us fajita stuff with beans, and he just goes, yeah, I want beans. And he gets his fajitas, and he just eats the fajita. He just folds it over and eats it. He doesn't touch the vegetables. He doesn't touch anything else. She brings him his beans, bro, and he is so utterly depressed that it was a bean soup and not the refried beans, bro. He's like, I am not eating this shit. I'm like, King, that is the beans you ordered, bro. He was like, no, it's not.
Yeah, I'm a very picky eater.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I am too. I'm not a big vegetable guy. I like my basics, broccoli and green beans, basically. That's all I'm going for, really.
Steve-O is not a picky eater, man. I will put anything down except
Um,
for seafood, man.
Oh,
Seafood is
Oh.
gross.
Oh,
seafood will make me go crazy, dude. I love seafood so much.
Thank you, Nick. Seafood's
I've
almost one
never
of my
actually,
favorite.
I've never actually tried like crab or lobster.
Okay, crab, on the other hand, that stuff is, oh my, that's godlike, dude.
I
Crab
mean,
is amazing.
It's
I,
so good. Everything about seafood is just
it's
S tier.
yeah. I mean, I'm originally from Louisiana, and we live pretty close to the coast.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we
I
know.
mean, fu- seafood all the time. I mean, my dad said because his mom used to work for like a seafood company, she would just bring home shrimp like damn near every day and cook it and do it. His dad was a chef at one of the like fancy restaurants in the French Quarter, and he used to like stuff steak with like shrimp, do like surf and turf type stuff.
Oh man, yeah.
Insane.
I wish we had that in Texas. All we have is
Sounds so
Mexican
good.
grandmas who sell tamales like 12
But
for a
that
dollar.
it'd be so gas though. It's worth $1 billion. I don't care, dude. I'll spend more money on tamales than I will a car.
That's insane.
Tamales, man. Especially like a laundromat lady who knows how to make them.
That's a little oddly specific.
That's where I get my tamales from.
No, dude, tamales, dude. Way back in the day, I played baseball with my dad. He was my coach, and
Oh,
we practiced at this field called Evans.
the
I
Hawks,
think it
huh?
was like, yeah, dude, back when the old we'd practice there. I think it was like every Wednesday, and every Wednesday, dude, it's always those tiny, tiny 5 foot Mexican ladies that come up and give you the best tamales you've ever had in your entire life. And I was so excited for practice, not because of baseball, but because of them freaking tamales, dude.
Well, because from where the neighborhood that me and Steven are from is, it's very culturally diverse. So there's everybody that lives in our neighborhood. Because it wasn't necessarily, I don't know where you could put it in relativity to, like, I guess south of Dallas, I guess. Um, but man, it's extremely culturally diverse, and so there was so much going on, and you got to be introduced. I did anyway. Got to be introduced to true like cultural food at a young age, and I'm very happy that I did because nothing beats it, honestly.
It's It's S tier for sure.
Indeed, it is.
Man, it's like I don't know. I think um I think that if I were to ask King, give me if you were given an elephant, if you were given an elephant but you can't get rid of it, what would you do with it?
If I was given an elephant,
Yeah, and you can't just discard of the elephant. What would
oh,
you do with it?
dude, I'd be best friends with it.
I know what I
Yeah,
would
but
do
you
with it.
gotta go places though.
I would use it as a
Okay,
car.
I ride the elephant. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
where are you gonna put it when you gotta go in the mall, dude? Someone's gonna jack your shit.
Who's gonna jack an elephant?
Who's gonna jack my elephant?
The
I don't think it's
circus?
going to be hard to radio that in and be like, "Hey, do y'all see an elephant anywhere?"
Yeah, he's down the street.
How do
Yeah,
you
officer,
jack an elephant?
officer, someone stole my elephant. That officer's gonna put you in handcuffs immediately.
Nah, okay, no, literally, real shit. I would just probably make it a big ass enclosure in my backyard because I love animals, big animals, for some odd reason.
Yeah, King, because we know King used to watch National Geographic at the
Oh,
age of
yeah.
3.
Yeah, I want to own a buffalo.
Wow,
That's a lifelong goal.
what an animal.
Can't tell me it's not
Interesting.
amazing. Or
What
a
an
fluffy
animal.
cow.
What did you just say to me?
Or a fluffy cow. Or a rhinoceros.
That's
Rhino. A rhino would be elite for sure.
it. Definitely would be banging.
That'd be the creature I ride into battle with.
What battle are you riding into?
What battle are you riding into?
I don't know. Give it some time. There'll be a battle soon.
Interesting.
I just thought I'd ask that question because that's pretty out there. I don't know what I would do with one. I definitely would ride it places, but like at night, I guess you'd have to put in some work to build your enclosure or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You would need some land.
I want to be remembered as the guy that had the elephant in his backyard, man.
That would be something to be remembered by.
I think giraffes serve no purpose in life.
I guess we're about out of time here. King has spoken. I think we're out of time. No, actually, this has been second episode. I think this one, like we say, it just keeps getting better. I think today was a banger. Our next one we will probably record Saturday night. No,
Sunday night?
Sunday night. Sunday night.
Yeah.
Saturdays are for the boys, and Fridays are whatever.
Friday Night
Um,
SmackDown.
Friday Night SmackDown, baby. But Friday Night SmackDown. We no, we're out of time here, so I guess we'll wrap up this post-pilot episode, huh?
Yes, we will.
Thanks for tuning in, and we should see you guys very soon.